October 29th, 2000. Nell and Iris searched for a treasured pendant that was stolen by Kine, who abducted Iris to his ship. Nell traveled with Salem to the skies to rescue her, but the intensity of the battle between them destroyed the ship, causing everyone to scatter and fall to the surface of Artemis. Nell retreated to Ithel village, where he befriended the elves while recovering his wounds. At the same time, their spirit medium, Pharos, advised Nell to leave the village. General Valcro of the royal court attacked the elves. Nell and his newfound friend, Elliot, escaped to Lumine Woods while the elves prevented the general from capturing them. He swore to return one day to repay their hospitality. November 14th, 2000. Elliot and Puri assisted Nell in rescuing Salem from a petrification curse. Soon after, Nell and Salem were reunited with their friend, Iris, within Casalea Village's labyrinth where she was being held captive, and, together, emerged victorious after a nearly impossible battle. November 15th, 2000. After their successful escape, Nell met an unusual traveler named Amelia, who claimed to be stuck in Artemis with her brother due to a ship crash. They learned of Dalmes' kingdom's situation, along with a tense reunion between Nell and his old friend, Vane. What was thought to be their only hope of returning home turned into a disaster. Vane and Sophia revealed a shocking truth before the royal court silenced them for good. A successor of the Phoenix Esper from 9 years ago had been raised by Magi City. Rosalia warned Nell and his friends to surrender or perish. They retreated deep within Artemis Fields to regroup and strategize their next step. Little do they know, future endeavors await them.
Morning, sleepyhead. Sleep well?
Sorta. My neck feels stiff. Where are we?
We landed in the middle of Artemis Fields. Salem and I built camp while the three of you were still asleep.
How long have we been unconscious?
Pretty much the remainder of the night. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
That's good to hear.
Salem said Port Steele's close by, so as soon as those two wake up, we're gonna head over there to restock some food. Sound good?
I suppose.
You don't seem very enthusiastic about it.
I'm just worried about encountering anyone from Magi City. After what happened last night, you can't blame me for feeling uneasy.
I understand that, but we can't exactly run away or hide forever. There's no doubt we'll see them again, whether we comply or not.
I'm aware of that. All I'm saying is that if we're going to visit any town or city, we should enter with caution.
In other words, he doesn't want us to get stabbed in the back like in Dalmes' kingdom.
That's exactly why I'm not letting my guard down again. As much as I hate to say it, Vane was right about me.
What makes you say that?
I was too naive, brash, and hesitant to realize that my actions endangered your lives. I was afraid that if all of you knew my relationship with Vane, you would never think the same of me again. Maybe if I was more cautious and level-headed, I would have figured out the truth sooner than later. I also should have listened to you guys, and for that, I'm sorry. I won't ask for forgiveness right away, but I will ask that you give me a chance to redeem myself.
You really need to stop putting yourself down every time something bad happens to us.
But...
Everyone makes mistakes, myself included. But as long as you learn by not repeating them, I think that's more than enough to redeem yourself. So stop beating yourself up over the most trivial things.
And besides, we're still alive. So we have a few setbacks, big deal. We'll get through them together as a team.
Thanks, guys. I needed that pep talk.
You can stop eavesdropping now.
How long have you known Salem?
The entire time.
Liar.
Fine, don't believe me. You were sleep talking about Nell by the...
I'm sorry, what was that again? I couldn't hear you over your agonizing pain.
Nope. Doesn't hurt at all. Really. Okay, fine, I'll shut up. Just stop stomping on my tail.
That's what I thought.
Anyway, we heard everything, and I agree 100% with what Salem and Amelia said, Nell. I'll stand by your side, no matter what.
And you know how I feel about this.
How are you feeling, Iris? Out of all of us, you took the most damage from last night.
Much better than before. Thanks, Nell. I'm sorry if I worried you.
You look better than before, so that's a good sign.
How about you? Can you walk with your leg again?
I'm fine, it wasn't too bad. And hey, we're all awake now!
Let's all remember this location as our campsite. This is sort of where we live now. It's small, but I'm sure we'll grow accustomed to it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I don't have any complaints here.
I've always liked sleeping outside anyway.
Then it's settled. We're off to Port Ciel. Now remember, we're just here to see how much food we can afford for our campsite. We don't want to prolong our presence.
Got it. Hey, check out those fishing pools.
Wait for me, Elliot! I want to see too!
Hey, did you not hear what he just said? I'll keep an eye on them. You two can go out ahead without me.
Well, I guess I'll see what they've got going on here. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna see if I can learn any news or information going around. Let's regroup by the entrance and be on your guard for anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll let Salem know as soon as I see him. Be back in an hour.
There doesn't seem to be any news going on. Not sure if that's good or bad. Huh? A Bow Plus in Port Ciel? Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was just wondering why you're sitting all by yourself. Where are your parents? I can't talk. Forgive me. Oh, is there a reason why? I mean, I understand if you're told not to talk to strangers. No, it's just that I've had this illness for as long as I can remember. If I speak or make any noise, the pain hurts more. I'm so sorry to hear that. Maybe we can find a doctor. Oh! You have the rune illness, but you're so young. Do you know Salem? Salem? He's my classmate and friend at Magi City. We just came together with another friend for grocery shopping. Careful! Stay here. I'll go get Salem. Did you two buy those rods?
Fishing is fun, Nell. I've learned quite a lot from the vendor, and I've caught a few fish. See?
I never knew fishing could be so relaxing. I mean, I've hunted animals before, but I've never used a rod to grab fish.
I don't even know where to start. Hey, Salem, can I talk to you about something important?
What is it?
Well, I was searching for information, and I found someone who said she's looking for you.
Okay, who is it?
It's a little girl, has gray ears and a tail. She's been talking by writing on pieces of paper, and she was sitting all by herself by the beach.
What? Take me to her now, Nell.
Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. Just finish up and regroup with Amelia. Salem and I will be back in a moment.
Okay.
Take it easy now. Whoa! I think I caught a big one! It's really pulling me forward!
Hang on there. I'll go get the vendor.
Wait! Don't leave me alone with this big rat!
I'm back, and I brought Salem.
Why? Why are you in Port Ziel, Erika? Better yet, how did you get here?
I snuck into a wagon back at home. I wanted to see the ocean in person.
Nice try. But we all know that's a lie. Now tell me the real reason why you're here.
Fine, you win. I have a letter for you that's from Vital. He said it's very important.
So let me get this straight. You came on a wagon all the way from home just to hope I'm here and to give me a letter?
Calm down. We'll just find the driver of that wagon and explain what happened. I'm sure he'll take her back home.
Just give it to me. I'll read it tonight. What did the wagon have, Erika? Fruits? Cargo? Potions?
She just wrote cargo.
Okay, I know where to go. Am I coming along now?
Not at all.
Thanks. As for you, I'm gonna write a letter to Xiaolian to keep an eye on you. You are to be escorted back home and give it to her right away, understand? Good. I'll be back soon, I promise.
And I'll make sure he makes it back in one piece.
Please make sure she returns home safe and sound. Keep an eye on her.
Don't you worry. With her falling asleep, I don't think she'll plan on leaving anytime soon.
Thank you again, good sir. You know, this is the first time I've ever seen you let your guard down for a moment. You were more emotional than how you usually scold me and Iris.
Erika is very important to me. If anything were to happen to her, I would never forgive myself.
You two are that close, huh? Where's her mother?
Dead.
Oh, sorry I asked.
It's fine. My sister was killed by an Aurelius when I was around Erika's age. The scars you saw around her neck is the living proof of what happened that day. If she hadn't sacrificed herself, Erika would have been killed instead.
Losing your own flesh and blood is far worse than sacrificing your own. My mother faced that same scenario with me 9 years ago. What about her father? Is he still alive?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately? Where is he now?
In the royal court.
Wait, you seriously can't tell me that? No way. She's too innocent to be his daughter, and yet he's the father?
Once again, unfortunately.
Our world is screwed up. Over trusting Aurelius, and now neglectful parents not realizing their child is dying by a chronic illness.
I assume you know what happens when the disease spreads through the entire body.
They turn into Aurelius themselves. They can transform early if there's already enough negative energy to consume around them. But Salem, you do realize that we may have to kill Balto, right?
Of course I do. That's why I have to make sure Erika knows nothing of what's going on right now.
Remember what Amelia said this morning. We can't hide from the truth forever. She's bound to find out eventually.
I know.
Amelia's brother already succumbed to the final stages, but his soul is still linked to this world. As long as Erika remains in a happier environment, which is staying home safe and sound, then I'm sure she won't suffer the same fate anytime soon. But right now, we need to figure out what we can do first. There's already enough at stake.
You're right. Thanks, Nell.
That's what friends are for. For now, let's meet up with the others at the entrance. I wonder what we're going to have for dinner tonight.
I want to discuss with the others about what Sophia said earlier, about the 4 treasures.
Oh yeah, I was honestly hoping I'd find some information about the Phoenix Esper here. But I guess not.
Sothe Village would be our best bet right now.
I was just thinking the same. We can definitely find something at the library about the 4 treasures.
There they are!
What took you two so long?
What happened to you, Elliot?
Well, right after you and Salem left, I caught this giant fish here, and that resulted in me getting dragged into the ocean and hunting it down my way.
By the time I came back with the vendor, he was standing on the dead fish.
Who needs fishing rods when you've got pure hunting skills from Ithel Village?
What if you were fishing in ice water?
I probably would have been screwed. Ugh, I can't stand cold water.
That's what I thought.
After wrapping up our business, Salem and I agreed we head to South Village as our next stop. We should learn more about the 4 treasures and the Phoenix Esper.
That sounds like a good idea. I'd like to research more about this myself.
If we're going to South Village, now's a good time. The ship for that is leaving soon, and that's the last one to depart for the day.
But that would mean we would have to buy a ticket.
Let me take care of that.
What are you going to do?
Maybe he knows someone who can help.
I wouldn't be surprised, considering what just happened earlier.
What was that important business you wanted to share with Salem?
A relative from his hometown with the chronic rune disease snuck out to deliver something to him.
What? Usually anyone with that illness is dangerous to approach.
But what was a Balpus doing in Port Ciel? That's something you don't see every day, considering they're pretty secluded nowadays.
How come?
Their spirit medium was killed 9 years ago during the Great Depression tragedy, or so I was told by Pharaohs. Since then, they haven't allowed in any ordinary travelers without a consent letter from either the Crystallania Empire or entering with someone from their race.
I guess her and Salem are the only exception, since I've seen them outside their hometown.
Why couldn't she just send a pigeon carrier to deliver the letter for her instead?
Maybe something happened that she needs to tell him in person.
Who knows? I don't think Salem knows the reason either. He was pretty upset when he found her.
I wouldn't blame him. I'd feel the same if Simon ran away from home.
We'll figure it out as the time comes. She's already heading back home, and we need to focus on what's important for us right now.
I agree. Here comes Salem now.
I managed to pull some strings. Just say you're on a pilgrimage with me and they'll let you in for free.
What exactly did you say to them?
Just that I'm a spirit medium and you're all on a pilgrimage with me.
Why would you lie to them about something like that?
Sometimes telling a white lie will save you the trouble. Doesn't always work, but you never know when you need it.
She's right. At least now we can sail to South Village with no worries.
Last call for boarding the South Village. All passengers, please board now.
Well, we better get moving.
It's funny how I came here to travel the worlds with Simon, and now I'm researching to cure him while helping you guys. Life is weird sometimes.
I know what you mean. I was just minding my own business in the woods, and then next thing you know, I'm in Port Ciel talking and traveling with you guys.
If it weren't for you two, I don't know what Nell, Salem, and I would have done. I'd probably still be stuck in Castelia. So I want to say thank you, and we're sorry to get you two involved.
No need to apologize. I would have gotten myself involved and helped either way.
General Volcro was hurting my friends at Ithel Village. They've helped me so much. I couldn't just stand there and watch.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we will save Simon and make sure no one harms Ithel Village again.
All aboard! We are now departing for South Village.
All right, guys. We're off to our destination.
This will be my first time I've ever been on a ship. Overseas, of course.
I'll be over there if you need anything.
Want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Nell, you want to come along?
No thanks. I'm gonna stay here.
Suit yourself. And then you press this button just like this. And then you just press this button here. Flash! Just like that.
That's amazing!
Whoa. It's like a replicated painting of us formed in a small piece of paper.
It's called a photo, Iris.
Can we take a picture of the sea?
Our new adventure begins now. With my friend standing by my side, I have nothing to fear for what lies ahead. Just watch, Mother.
Lieutenant Thornn, please rise.
Yes, Queen Elencia.
I have a special task, just for you, to accomplish for me.
What would this special task be?
I want you to take the next ship into South Village and contact the Schwartz Manor. I'd like to further investigate the Phoenix Esper, for it may have something to do with what Magi City has in store for us.
Forgive my confusion, but what makes you suspect of the Phoenix Esper? Was she not slain 9 years ago?
there are rumors about an offspring roaming around the world. And I cannot afford to waste any precious time we have before she begins her rampage. The child is at the right age to consume enough energy to rise into her true form.
I had no idea.
No one would have, Basil. That is why I'm tasking you, only, to bring back results to me. I've already spoken to your captain about this task.
I'll see what I can find, Your Majesty. Thank you for this task.
I expect great things from you, Lieutenant.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Data entry 16. We camped for the rest of the night to recover, and planned to go grocery shopping at Port Seal. Then we all agreed to start our new journey to Soth Village in hopes of gaining information. What lies ahead, I wonder? Next time on Phoenix Wings, Episode 17, Manor of Secrets. Who's this black-haired knight?
Thank you for listening to Phoenix Wings Episode 16, A New Route. It means a whole lot to me, the cast members, and the music composers who worked very hard for this. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe to Phoenix Wings on iTunes, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr for continuous updates on upcoming episodes.